is going down, world? Welcome to the 40s. I go by the name Black Pegasus, and today I got a very special guest, the one and only Andy Rue.
The uncultured Gen Z boy is back.
Yo.
He said, "Do you know Bob Dylan?" I said, "It's another one where I don't know anything from him, but I've heard the name." I think actually the only time I ever heard the name was from Black P. I think you've asked me a couple times if I knew who Bob Dylan was, but this is the first time that we're reacting, right, to him?
That's insane.
Yeah.
If the only way you've heard the name of Bob Dylan is because of me, UMFers in the comments better give me my props.
Probably is.
That is actually kind of insane.
Yeah.
Bob Dylan is that guy.
He's that guy.
Anyways, well, this is going – so for you guys that don't know Andy Rue, 26-year-old, so he's from Gen Z, but he's a classically trained pianist. He's an engineer in my recording studio. He's a producer of beats. He can sing. He can rap. He does a lot of things music.
Mm-hmm.
You're very. I've always told him he's very talented, and it's kind of funny because we started doing reactions on my channel about 2.5 years ago, and the comments always like, "Start a channel, Andy Rue." So he did, and it's popping off.
We're about to hit 30,000 subscribers.
Yeah,
probably by the time this is out, it'll be.
And
at
that's
30,
like in 2 months. Like 2 months.
2 months.
So the people love him, but I still challenge myself to put him in front of new artists on my channel, and then we kind of alley-oop it to your channel.
Yeah.
You go rock with some Bob Dylan over there.
Yeah.
But I just thought that. So I knew you hadn't heard this. I didn't know you didn't really know about Bob Dylan. So that's wild.
I don't know nothing.
Let's get him familiar, you guys. Today I'm going to put Andy Rue in front of Bob Dylan like a Rolling Stone. I just put him in front of Audio Slave like a stone. So we getting stoned today.
Stoned.
Anyway.
Kidney stones.
Welcome back.
They tease him a lot, black peas on the spot. Welcome back, 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 welcome back. 40.
All right, let's get this logo down and pull the video up. Don't forget to support the original content on the channel. If you want to check out my other channel, Pegasus vs. the World, over there I do movie reactions. Over here is where we do all the music and the music reactions. If you want access to these reactions early, there's a link in the description to our membership. It gives you early access. I try to update it every single day, and there's a big catalog of reactions that haven't been released yet, so you could have some fun in there. Regardless, thank you guys for your support. Huge shout out to all of the members on the channel helping us keep the lights on. And let's get this show on the road. I am picking this up from Bob Dylan's official YouTube channel. Please go watch this video over there without us, because our reaction isn't a substitute for the original. Always support the original. Let's get it popping. Let's get this youngster familiar with some Bob Dylan.
Is he from anything, like any other bands or anything, or is it just Bob Dylan?
Yep, Bob Dylan.
Just Bob Dylan.
I mean, he's done stuff in like what, the Traveling Wilburys? I don't know how you say it, but
no, like major
you
groups.
should know him as a solo artist.
Yeah, okay.
It's like important to know him and his body of work as a solo artist.
Cool.
So all right, here we go, you guys. Bob Dylan.
I have a Newport. Is this California Newport?
Once upon a time, you dressed so fine, through the bumps of dime in your prime. Then you, people call, saying, beware, doll, you're bound to fall. You thought they were all hitting you. You used to laugh about everybody that was hanging out. Now you don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud about having to be scrounging your next meal.
think the funniest thing that I've noticed amongst all like the classic reactions that I've been doing over on the channel is that I never know what to expect when they start singing. Every single time it surprises me. Like you could not tell me that that's what he was going to sound like with this kind of nasally higher voice and stuff.
Yeah.
And I love how he's like going between like the spoken word kind of thing into like a pitched singy thing. And it's just kind of like smoothly going between them. It sounds really cool.
Yeah.
I really
What
like it.
what did you expect? What were you
I don't
kinda-
know that. I don't know. I don't know. Like
I saw you smiled and looked at me, and I was like, what is he thinking? I'm not telepathic.
Yeah. No, it's just funny because like I don't know, because sometimes they just sound like 80s classic art. Like they could sound anything like Rick Astley or like the Beatles or Freddie Mercury, or they could, there's so many different sounds of that. And when you listen to like music now, it's like everyone's kind of copying each other. No one's really that unique anymore. There's little outliers here and there, but for the most part, every guy kind of sounds the same. Every girl sounds the same. So like I just can't guess, and it's cool because it surprises me, like you saw. You know.
Hell yeah, let's do this. Bring it back just a little bit and let's rock.
Don't talk so loud. Now you don't seem so proud about having to be scrounging your next meal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? Why you gone to the finest school? All right, Miss Lonely, but you know you only used to get juiced in it. Nobody's ever taught you how to live out on the street, and now you're gonna have to get used to it. You say you never compromise with the mystery tramp, but now you realize he's not setting any alibis as you stare into the vacuum of his eyes and say, do you want to make a deal?
Next chorus, he was flowing on there. He was like his little rhythms that he was. Oh man, that's super cool. Yeah, it's like spoken word, like poetry type stuff going between that and the singing and the little pretty chorus he has. It's so good. It's like it's a classic. Like it's like one of those songs that you hear right off the bat and you're like, yeah, of course this did good.
Yeah.
Of course he was famous because it's fantastic.
Yeah.
You know
what's interesting? I wanted to bring this up with you. I was thinking about this while he was performing. One, you really like rap music, but now you're really into deathcore, which is
yeah,
a really
it's like tons of metal and stuff like that.
and
yeah.
metal, which is really specific. And I think what the audience appreciates about you is your openness. Because I'm just going to be honest, and I know this is kind of shots fired, and this might be controversial what I'm about to say, but I know a lot of reactors and reaction channels in the space, and sometimes people will fake their authenticity or sincerity about what they're listening to. It's just the truth, because they'll pander to an audience. And what I like is, I think it was last week you called me and you were like, bro, that song you told me to react to, like, yes, Roundabout.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? Like, you're actually enjoying the music.
Yeah.
And it's because you're not just a reactor, you're a musician.
Yeah.
And so, like, me being a rapper, like, some of this shit truly surprises me. I'm like, bro, like, you know what I'm saying? So I actually, like, jump out of my skin, and I know I get a lot of backlash. People will be like, yo, you're pandering, you're doing this, that, and the other. I don't care. You just think what you want.
Yeah.
But I want to say it comes over to me because I know what you like.
Yeah.
But for you to be open enough to check out what they want you to check out and be like, this is actually really good.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean you're putting this in your playlist.
Yeah, right.
It just means you're acknowledging and respecting the art that came before.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So
Absolutely.
I just thought that was cool.
Absolutely.
Because when I saw you smile, I was like, oh, something's going on. I don't know.
Something's going on.
You know what I mean? Like, it's
dude, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I think that's been the coolest thing is just one learning like all the influences that all the things that influence the music that I listen to today. I think that's been the most important thing because I can hear it. You know, I hear in the way that they write and everything where I'm like, oh, this is definitely something that translated 30 years later into the music that I listen to now, and it goes across all genres too. That's the thing. Like this kind of music influenced everything I listen to, metal, rap, everything. And it's music is so influential, and especially at a time where this is before the streaming era. So now you have a million artists that you can listen to, and they're all big. This time it was very select. It was what was playing on the radio. When you go later into the 90s and stuff, what was on MTV, things like that. Like everyone was kind of listening to the same thing versus now. So these guys had to be influential because it was like there was only a few really huge names.
Yep. Bob Dylan influenced Yellow Wolf did a whole song that's like totally based off of one of his songs.
Really?
It's really
it's
wild.
Crazy.
How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone? People get your kicks for you. You used to cry the chrome horse with your diplomat, who carried on his shoulder a Siamese cat. Ain't it hard when you discover that he really wasn't where it's at? After he's taken from you everything he could steal. Thinking that they got it made. You better take your diamond ring and things, babe. Better take it on and go on it, babe. You used to be so amused at Napoleon and rags and the language that he used. But now he calls you, you can't refuse. When you ain't got nothing, you got nothing to lose. You're invisible now. You got no secrets to conceal. How does it feel?
The most interesting thing that I'm hearing like in this, aside from his voice, because his voice is very unique. It is very unique, but it's that organ. It's kind of interesting, just like hearing this organ being played just throughout the whole thing. Like I would never think to ever use an organ like that in a song like this, because this is almost kind of like a don't burn me at the stake. It's kind of like a Beatles-esque kind of thing. It kind of reminds me a little bit of not Twist and Shout. There's a Beatles song this is kind of reminding me of a little bit, but it's kind of set up that way. But the usage of the organ's very interesting. It's very like obviously organs. When you think of organs, you think of like churchy kind of things like that or whatever. But like it's very just odd because this is like a kind of a poppy rock kind of like whatever of this era, and to hear just an organ being used throughout the whole thing in the way it is. I don't know if you've noticed it, but like as we're listening to this last chorus, listen to it. It's just so weird. Yeah, it's cool, but then it works. I think that's the coolest thing is when you can introduce something so unique and make it work.
Yeah. So the reason I introduced you to Bob Dylan with this song specifically, if I'm being absolutely honest, Bob Dylan is an acquired taste. He had a very irregular, abstract style. This is a glimpse of his style.
Yeah.
But this is more of a palatable version. That this is my favorite song of his.
Yeah.
He has one. Was it "Changing in the Wind"? He has a bunch of stuff that I absolutely love. But I actually kind of go to Bob Dylan a lot of times for the lyricism as well.
Yeah.
I just discovered that, I don't know, have you ever heard Knock Knocking on Heaven's Door?
Yeah.
I always thought that was like, yeah, it's Bob Dylan. Guns N' Roses, I think, covered it. I think Bob
wow.
Dylan did the original.
That's crazy.
So, you know, I got to go back. I might be tripping on that, but I don't think I am. But anyways, I wanted to do this intro, and then you can kind of just go run amok on your channel. So you guys help
Super
us out
cool.
in the comments. But I think Bob
And now I'm
Dylan.
intrigued because you're saying this is like his more palatable, one of his
Yeah,
more palatable
he's
songs.
just a very unique artist for the time.
Yeah.
Some people loved it. Some people hated it.
Yeah.
Some people would kind of did a rendition and mock like, oh, because he was like this. It's almost like he would introduce like almost like snap poetry into music.
Yeah.
It's very
I can
unique.
hear, and I'm hearing that like in the spoken word stuff that I was
Yes.
mentioning. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Super
so-
cool. I love
All right.
it.
Well, we'll go right off into the sunset, y'all.
Invisible now, you got no secrets to conceal. How does it feel? How does it feel to be on your own with no direction home, like a complete unknown, like a rolling stone?
The one and only, man.
The one and only.
There you have it, Bob
BD.
Dylan. It's kind of crazy to be like, this is cool, man. You know, I actually get a kick out of seeing first-time reactions because I know people get a kick out of me having first-time
Yeah.
reactions. But once I start getting into the music, I like
Yeah.
hearing
You
what
get it.
Yeah.
You get it. You could be a consumer,
You know?
not just a creator. You're a consumer too.
I'm not just a client. I'm the president.
Yep. Absolutely.
Hair Club for Men.
Look at him go.
It didn't work. Anyways, anything you want to say as we're wrapping this one up?
Yeah, I mean that was super cool. I mean, I'm just intrigued now that you were saying that like this is kind of just the more like approachable stuff. That's the thing that's intriguing me the most because he's very obviously comfortable with his voice. So just seeing where he goes with that is gonna be really cool.
Yeah. And when I say that, because he's jumped a lot of different barriers, like I think you could say some of his stuff is folk. You know, you get stuff like this. It's just it's different. I don't want to spoil anything, so I'll let you have your own journey. But I'm glad we're able to kind of introduce you and get you on the road. The one thing I want to highlight, because this is for the 15%ers, and if you don't know what a 15%er is, you are. Because when you look at the analytics, I look at my analytics, and there's people who fast forward through the videos, stop here, don't watch the whole thing. If you made it this far in the video, you're a part of the 15%. So thank you for being here. We're grateful. But this is for you guys. When me and him do reactions, I love that the first thing he kind of gets entranced in is the music. I listen to the music, but he has a detailed ear for the organ, for the vocals, for this, and I immediately gravitate to the lyrics. So this is something different you get on both of our channels. Sometimes I'm just breaking down lyrics, and then you go to his, and he's like really
Only
breaking down the music.
Yeah.
So it's really fun, and that's why I love when we collaborate. We're going to have to do some stuff where it's first-time reaction for both of us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
'Cause
Yeah,
that's
I
gonna
don't think
be-
we've done a lot of those yet.
No,
so.
that's when it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
So
Absolute, man. That's gonna be I love that. If people people either hate or love that I pause so much. Like, and I started apologizing for it, and I had to stop because everyone in the comments was like, "No, this is why I watch you, because you nerd out about stuff." And then there's some people who are like, "Stop pausing so much. You should listen to."
You know what? The people who tell you to stop pausing need to literally go to hell, and this is why. Because it's literally illegal to
that's
not
true.
pause.
That's true.
Because you're transforming the content by really giving sincere commentary and breakdown.
Yeah.
If you just like this, yo, this is dope, it's not truly transformative,
true.
and you're not covered by fair use, meaning you literally could get sued.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
F them.
That's
you
it.
know what I'm saying?
No, I love talking. I
Like,
love
that's just
nerding
the
out about
truth.
it. It's so cool. I be pausing all the time. I'm like, "Oh, did you guys hear that?"
Yeah.
It's fun though. I love it. I enjoy it a lot.
Hell yeah. All right, you guys, let us know what we got, what we missed. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Thank you for being some man. 40 years down the road, back again. FUQ boy.